Hold on, I'm trying to make sure I do this correctly. Yeah, I would normally play Junji here, but because they have a card in hand, I'm gonna actually try to steal that. Nice. Take action. Take action. You love to see it. And there's the scoop. Oh my god, we were in such bad shape to start that game off, but we closed it out so strong. Let's freaking go, dude. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today is Wednesday, which means we're bringing you guys another ice cold brew, and today's brew is built around the one, the only Mrs. Steal Your Cards, Tergrid. Wow, wow, wow. I need to get that blowhorn effect. That'd be sweet. Anyways, we're talking, of course, today about Tergrid, and we're doing it in a really cool GRIXIS Reanimator shell. Now let me move a card over so you guys can see this a little bit better. We are talking about a GRIXIS Reanimator list, but before we dive in and talk about this deck any further and break it down, if you guys are new here and you find any value in today's video, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, it is a free way to help support the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. With that being said, let's talk about it. So GRIXIS offers a lot of reanimation tools, but there's one card in particular that I thought I really wanted to try to combo up with Tergrid, and that is Xander. Because what Xander does is when it comes into the battlefield, your opponent's gonna have to discard half their hand size, rounded down. That can be pretty brutal when you're talking about Tergrid, right? Because Tergrid is gonna steal everything that they discarded, if it's permanent, that is. So Xander, really cool pairing with Tergrid. Problem is the mana. I mean, the mana is just wild on this thing. It's so much mana to cast this, and if we're talking about getting Tergrid down and then waiting 2 turns to play Xander, it gets a little tricky. So of course we had to put it into a reanimation shell, and I thought that'd be pretty cool because we can get everything really into the battlefield pretty cheap here. And if we're doing that, we can get some other really cool creatures around Tergrid that also offer some benefits to steal our opponent's cards. One of those cards, Junji. Junji, when it dies, allows us to make our opponent discard 2 cards, which we can then steal. We can also take advantage of them doing all this discarding and have Junji steal maybe a creature from their graveyard, which is pretty cool. Another new card here, though, Dusk Mangler. This thing has been absolutely MVP of the deck. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you have to sacrifice a creature, discard a card, or pay 4 life. Now, let's not forget we're reanimating here, so there's no additional cost. We just play this thing outright. It's a 5/4, and when it enters the battlefield, the opponent sacrifices a creature. Boom, we steal it. They discard a card, we steal it, and they lose 4 life. This thing is phenomenal paired up with Tergrid. The rest of the package is as follows. This is just, like I said, a basic reanimation shell. We've got Tainted Indulgence for draw and discard. Also, Maestro's Charm, draw, discard. This also offers some other tools like 3 damage. Also, you're blowing something up. It's really, really nice. We got Big Score, draw, discard. Also adds treasures to the mix, which is nice. And we chose a sweeper here. We went with Shadow's Verdict because it eats up everything except for our creatures, which is really nice. And the reanimation spell we chose is Graveyard Shift. We're trying this one out because there's a pretty cool curve here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, we have a really nice curve. So when Graveyard Shift hits, it can be instant speed, which means we can bring in our creatures like Junji, Tergrid, Xander, whatever. We can bring them in at instant speed. And a couple of these things like Junji and Xander offer some pretty cool effects if they die. So we flash them in and make a good block. They die. We can get some other triggers as well. So that's a really nice way to kind of reanimate. So we wanted to try that out today. And another card we tried out today was Fatal Grudge. I wanted to try this out because it offers up a sacrifice ability, which would then allow us to steal our opponent's things. But the problem with this card is we never really got a chance to play it because it plays super well with Junji, and that's about it. We don't really want to play it with anything else. So Fatal Grudge is a little bit tough to get out. So this is going to be one of those cards we talk about at the end that we might cut. And of course, 3 Duresses, just because we can steal selective things. Maybe even get something with Tergrid, but unlikely, seeing that we have to choose a non-creature, non-land card, which can make it a little tricky. But sometimes we can find like an enchantment or something like that. But yeah, that'll do it, guys. That's gonna be the deck breakdown. We're getting into the gameplay footage now. Enjoy the gameplay footage, and we'll meet back here at the end for some final thoughts. Peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a banger list for you guys today. This thing's going to be a GRIXIS Reanimator list, which I know we visited once before, but this one is going to be pretty sweet because we're going to utilize Tergrid, and Tergrid is going to get us back, or it's not going to get us back. It's going to allow us to steal our opponent's things, which is really, really nice. This hand, man, holy cow. Double Xander in the hand. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Much better. Much better. All right, opponent kicks things off with the blue swords. Hopefully no counter magic. All the storm giants and a cave. Okay, so it's gonna be more aggressive. It might be an Esper aggressive type build. Just gonna throw this down for blue. We got big score. We've got tainted indulgence. Both cards fantastic here. So is the Maestro's charm actually. Whenever a player casts their second spell each turn, this connives. Got it. All right. Whenever a player, right? So any player. Got it. Discard one singular card. Probably one of the big scores here. I wish I could have gotten that last turn, but it's fine. All right, so we got a Maestro's charm here. We might just use the Maestro's charm to look at the top 5 of our deck here. This might be some sort of like Magecraft type of a list. I'm not sure. But if we're only taking one, I mean, we'll take it. We will definitely take it. All right, cool. Let's see if this sticks. It could get countered easily because our opponent is probably running like a tempo-y style list. Okay, we already got a Tergrid, right? So let's grab one of these. Dang, that's a lot of really good stuff to the yard right there. A lot of goodies. Do we go lantern or big score? Probably big score, right? Probably big score. Man, we got everything in the graveyard right now. This is good stuff. This will probably be a lantern though, if I'm being honest, just because we have another Tergrid in the yard. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Will big score away the Junji? Maybe? I don't know. Tough decision, actually. I don't know. I am really afraid of counter magic though, man. Our opponent here is just not showing a whole lot, which is really scary. And the fact that they're running blue, also kind of scary. All right, well, here we go. Do we get Tergrid down? Does it stick? Gosh, I wish this was instant speed. I'd feel a lot better about our position here. I think we go for it, man. I think we go for it, but it's pretty slim chance that this either A, doesn't get countered, or B, doesn't survive. You know what I'm saying? Pretty slim chances. Man, I don't know what they're doing. Blue and white. Just not sure what the heck our opponent's up to right now. You know what I'd love to see hit our hand here is a duress. That would help a lot with what our decision ends up being here. You never know. They might tap out pretty low here to activate a cave or something. All right, so it is kind of a Magecraft type of a list here, huh? Interesting. So should we be afraid of counters then? I'm just not sure. I think we should still be afraid of counters, if I'm being honest. We'll take that. Yeah, absolutely, we'll take that. The connive ability on their creature is not good for them. That's for sure. We could bounce that back to their hand if we want. I think I'm going to take it. I think I'm going to take it for now. All right, this is kind of a... this one was like... I think I made this one a little harder than it needed to be. A little trickier than it needed to be. I think we're totally fine. I just was afraid of counter magic. You see the blue and the white. It's Azorius. They have a creature. It's like, are they trying to tempo us out? Like, what are they trying to do? You just don't know. You don't know. When you don't know, you get, you make probably inoptimal choices. All right, let's get in there for 4. We'll flash in with the shift, the graveyard shift. And if it doesn't work, we can also bounce their creature back to their hand, right? Yeah, we still have enough mana to do both. All right, so what do we want to flash in though here? Probably Lord Xander. I'll probably do it on their upkeep. I know it's like weird, like why would you let them on tap and then do it? It's because I need them to get to 4 cards, because now Xander has a bigger amount of cards that it can hit when it cuts their hand in half. Because it went from, you know, them only being able to discard 1 card to now discarding 2. Oh, man, they did not want to... Oh, come on. Come on. Let's have some fun, man. GG. Opponent didn't want to have fun with us, man. How unfortunate. Man, we had Xander coming down. It was going to take 2 of their cards. Those 2 cards were probably going to become our cards. But no, they had to go and spoil the fun. We also could have bounced them too with the land, and that would have been uncounterable, which would have been nice. But if they had counters, they would have countered our plays. I don't know why they wouldn't have. So, all right, opening hand is not bad. Got the big score. Opponent goes first though. That text right there is very scary. I think I can keep it though. Mono black is pretty good for us because that is a slower deck, right? And Duress is more than likely gonna hit something very good here. Wow. They kept a bad hand if you ask me. Well, they're off to a very slow start, so we'll take it. Shoot, we'll definitely take it. Maestro's Charm, hopefully gonna fill up our graveyard with a lot of goodies for the graveyard shift. They're 1 turn away from casting their Invoke Despair though, so that's definitely gonna get them right back into this game. But man, mono black, very, very slow build and very slow keeping hand, so we've got a really good situation here. Yes. We got 1 creature in the yard that we can bring back. We're up to 5, so we do have instant speed magic now with the graveyard shift. And we can big score. All of this is good stuff, man. Good stuff. They get back an Eye Twitch, which they can then sacrifice with the Deadly Dispute. Hopefully we can find a Tergrid this next turn before they can sacrifice it. They must be, yeah, they must not have any lands here. They gotta go for the Eye Twitch sacrifice right away. Let's just do this now. We know that there we go. We know our opponent's probably not going to play anything else here, so cast that now, get it out of our hands so we stop holding the priority here. They go for Environmental Sciences. Did they hit their land drop though? They did not hit their land drop. That's crazy. Okay. Pretty crazy. We do have this in the yard, which makes our opponent sacrifice a creature, discard a card, and lose 4 life. And we can do it instant speed. What happened to their Deadly Dispute? Did they... Oh yeah, they already used it. Duh. Alright. And it's a 5/4... Okay. We'll probably just do it. Even though we don't have Tergrid, which feels pretty bad. Or maybe not. Maybe we do just go for the big score play. I don't know. I don't know. That's annoying though.
Are you enraptured by my beauty?
Yep, they create the 2 spiders. Gosh, is this worth it, man? Or do we big score into a Maestro's Charm? Maybe we Maestro's Charm first? I don't know. We'll big score. Xander in the hand. I love Shadow's Verdict here. I'm pretty comfortable now with the Shadow's Verdict in hand. Love that. Love that. man. What do we do here? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I want to give them a card draw with Lolth, but I really don't think we have much of a choice, if I'm being honest. Sure, Invoke Despair is fine. Man, I'd really just love to hit a Tergrid, but should we just Xander it up straight up? Our graveyard just not what the graveyard's just not looking like what we need, man. It's just not it. It's just not it. I think we got to get Xander in, man. Xander's got to come in because we got to get rid of the cards in their hand, right? So let's make them discard 3 cards here. That feels really, really good. Let's draw some cards. Hopefully we hit a land here. We do hit a land, but I guess that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. All right, sorry, I'm just thinking a lot here. I just can't believe we've only got the 1 creature in the yard right now. I mean, it's totally fine though, because we could just sacrifice Xander to the Grudge next turn and then bring it right back again with the Graveyard Shift. If we hit a land, of course. Probably gonna see a Blood on the Snow here. Unless they have a better way of dealing. I doubt it. All right, they're gonna draw some cards, that's fine. We're still at 13 life as well. It's tricky, man. It's tricky. We're not doing great. Not doing great. Can make them mill half their library, which would be pretty fun. Well, Xander just died, so now they got to sacrifice one of their, you know, the Lolth or the Shambling Ghast. Obviously, they're gonna take the Shambling Ghast. Alright, we're probably going to flash in Xander again on the upkeep of their turn again, just to make them discard as many cards as possible. I guess it'd be the same either way, it looks like. Alright. Yeah, it would be the same either way, wouldn't it? Alright, well. I don't know. I guess we just let it go. Yeah, let's just Graveyard Shift in here at the end, because look, they're drawing a card. Perfect. That's what we wanted to see. That's what we wanted to see. They draw a card. Now Xander flashes in. They discard 2, and we attack the Lolth to kill it, and we're looking really good. And they mill half their library. We might even mill them out this game. That'd be pretty sweet. They're gonna go for Xander, and then we're gonna flash it in. No, thank you. No, thank you. Pretty sweet play here, I can't lie. But Xander is open for some sort of removal, which feels bad. Was hoping to get it in at the end and attack Lolth, but we'll have to do what we got to do. They've only got 5 mana. I mean, that's a lot, but hopefully no Invoke Despair and we'll be fine. We've seen 2 already. It's a good thing. Meat Hook for 3. I could wait. Why would you kill your meat? Why would you kill your own hive there? That seems like a unfortunate misstep for them. Half their library gone. Another Invoke Despair gone. We'd love to see that. Okay. All right, we're looking really good now. I mean, what are they gonna do at this point? I don't even know. Do we Junji here and then hold up the charm maybe? I think so. That way we can sacrifice the Junji if they have another Invoke Despair for whatever off chance. My throat is tickling. Sorry, guys. So they did have the Invoke Despair. I was absolutely correct in thinking that. And discard 2. Could have got back a creature, I guess, but yeah, they don't have any good creatures. Mono Black never has good creatures here. All right, we're down to 5 though. Not great, not great. And then they can bring this bad boy in. When it dies, they draw a card either way. So maybe we just gain life to deal them 3 life instead of blowing it up. That's probably the play, right? I think that's the most valuable thing we can do, because we mitigate the 3 that we're about to take, and they still draw a card either way. So I think that's the best way to do it. Down to 6 cards in hand here. We have a Junji we can flash in. We also have a 5/4 that deals 4 life to them. It makes them sack a creature and discard a card. That's probably what we're going to end up doing here, because then we can make them discard a card and then sack whatever they flash in here. Or not flash, but blitz in. They're going to blitz in, trying to kill me, obviously. We can gain life again, though, which is super helpful. Gaining life here is very, very clutch. It's coming down to the wire, that's for sure. It's absolutely coming down to the wire. They go for the hive play. All right, let's see what they do here. They attack with the hive. They target what? Junji, maybe? That's fine. We're going for a different play. We're going for this. They discard a card, lose 4 life. And then we win the game. GG's, my friend. It was nice knowing ya. It was nice knowing ya. Holy cow, dude. An absolute just clinic at the end there, but holy cow, dude, we didn't get very many good cards in the graveyard to start that game off, but geez, did we end strong. Let's go. A lot of thinking was going on that last game, man. That was tough to get through. Mono black is tricky. They just deal all that ping damage, and it's just you next thing you know, you're looking down, you're like, how did I get this low on life total? But pretty good starting hand here. I think we'll go here and then black, and then boom. Yeah, this is good. This is really, really good. Really, really good. And we're up against Slackwood here. I think this is to get back into Diamond Tier 3. Hopefully, that'd be great. We have a Tergrid this time, so hopefully we can do some Tergrid stuff. If only. You hate to see it. Alright, Shadow's Verdict. Where are you, my friend? Where are you, Shadow's Verdict? Gonna be a tough deck to beat. Runes is always a tough one to beat, man. That is an annoying deck, that's for sure. Lifelink, and they draw a card. They're gaining life, which you hate to see. Xander can go. There's a Shadow's Verdict. We'd love to see that. All right. I don't like the situation we're in, though, because I do kind of need to go through the top of my deck here with the Maestro's Charm just to find a land, which is disgusting. It's disgusting. All right, taking 2 here, though. Not a bad turn for us, especially when we have a Shadow's Verdict almost ready to go. Definitely you. That was a lot of mana on top of our deck, though. The odds of finding another one pretty slim. That's a good top deck, though. I can't lie. Very good top deck. And then we verdict the board. We should survive, obviously, this next turn. And then we verdict the board on this next one, because we should be able to verdict. I mean, the Indulgence should almost definitely find us a land here. We get basically 3 draws to hit a land. You got to imagine that we should be able to hit it, I would hope. They give haste, which gives the treasure. That's pretty nasty. It's pretty darn good, I can't lie. All right. They get a treasure. That treasure might be able to pop them another rune or another creature. Hopefully another creature, maybe another Glorious Visitor. No? All right. That's not good. We need a land. Oh, thank goodness. Whew. You had me scared there for a second. You had me shook. You had me shook. And now we have flash capabilities on the graveyard shift. Love to see that. And what's really good about this particular deck that we're up against is almost everything they're playing is permanents. So that'll be really nice. So maybe we flash in a Xander this next turn just to make a good block and then make them discard. I would love to get Tergrid in first. Maybe Tergrid is a good enough block. I don't know. It's just not great. This whole situation's not great because our opponent is just beating us down. Okay. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Yeah, I might need a flash into Xander here. I might need a flash into Xander here just because of their exiling effects. They might have exiling effects with their like borrowed times and whatnot. All right, here we go. Wish me luck. My throat is tickling like crazy right now. Yikes, I hate being sick, man. Hate being sick. It's the worst. Ugh, yikes. All right, the good news is we have another Xander in hand, right? They're just gonna go showdown those skulls, which is then going to give them nothing but lands. Okay, we'd love to see that. Love to see that. We can't afford to attack, unfortunately, so we're just kind of sitting here at the moment, just kind of chilling out. And then we could use some, like, I don't know, what do we want to see here? I don't really know. I don't know what would be optimum, to be honest. Another Tergrid so I can get the lantern in would be great. All right, let's just big score real quick. See if we can find some more tools here. There we go. There we go. Junji's nice, but so is this charm. Charm hits for we can gain 3 if we want, but I think it's just gonna blow up something here. We'll probably blow up the Jukai Naturalist. Maybe they invest more into the Naturalist. That'd be pretty good. All right, that's what we'll do. We'll just Maestro's Charm here, blowing something up. Would really love to get aggressive here, but just can't afford to, unfortunately. Yes, please. Don't mind if I do. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, here's where we start to handle the game, I think. Opponent's going to activate their land, which we had a feeling that would happen. For how much, though? Let's see. 3, 4, 5. It can get upwards to a 6/6, which I'm happy to trade Xander for that. Because then they're going to have to sacrifice half their permanents, right? Which is really nice. Let them attack first, I guess. Charm. You're dead. You're dead. Xander is gonna die, but it's going to I guess they don't have to sacrifice any permanents after it dies because they've only got 1 permanent. All right, let's go with this. Let's see what we draw. Rest. I would normally take Junji here. Hold on, I'm trying to make sure I do this correctly. Yeah, I would normally play Junji here, but because they have a card in hand, I'm gonna actually try to steal that. Nice. Take action. Take action. You love to see it. Get in there with the Tergrid. They have no more land creatures. And we're good to go, man. We lose Junji and the land. It's all good. Sorry if I got a little weird there. I just was really focusing hard. And there's the scoop. Oh my God. We were in such bad shape to start that game off, but we closed it out so strong. Let's freaking go, dude. Sheesh, man. We just destroyed them. That was a sick ending, dude. That was a very sick ending. It felt nice to get that last card in there to make them discard and sacrifice a creature. Holy. Okay, we get to go first. Let's do it. I don't want to duress right away. I want to see what land comes down here. I'm probably going to duress turn 2 no matter what land comes down here. Okay, definitely going to duress. Okay. Hate to waste the land. That could potentially get me some more stuff here, but yes sir. Bank Buster gone. You love to see that. Orzhov, huh? Doomscar goes to the Foretell slot. We got ourselves a Maestro's Charm ready to go, setting up our reanimator stuff. Is this March instant speed? It is. It is instant speed. All right. Take a second. Yeah, take a second, Tergrid. I would like to get the Fatal Grudge going here, but just haven't had the prime opportunity. Might not be a great card in the deck, to be honest. We might want to switch that out for some sacrifice mechanics like Soul Shatter or something like that. I thought it'd be pretty cool. Very interesting card for this deck, but it really only kind of works with Junji, so maybe, I mean, it works with a lot of things. We could use it on Xander too. Xander would be pretty good sometimes, depending on the number of permanents and whatnot. So that can hit the Tergrid's Lantern. That's interesting. Very interesting. Man, do I play Tergrid here? I really don't want it to get hit with the Otherworldly Light. Let's play this first. They're going to take the 3 life. I already know it. If they discard a card here, I'll feel pretty bad. But it's mostly non-permanent cards anyway, so yeah, that's what I thought would happen. All right, let's do this and then let's Maestro's Charm. Not bad. Pass the turn. Just don't want Tergrid getting taken out here, that's all. I'd rather the March hit the Tergrid's Lantern, if I'm being honest. There it goes. And we'll take you. We do have a Xander in the yard, right? We do. All right, so let's get Tergrid down. And then next turn, hopefully we on tap with Tergrid ready to go, and we'll drop a Xander on their head, and it'll be good stuff. Pretty good chance we get Doomscarred here, though. It wouldn't be a bad Doomscar. I mean, it is just one creature for one Doomscar, which feels bad, but it's really kind of worth it. All right, fair enough. Looks like we're just gonna have to flash in Xander and kill him the old-fashioned way. There's too much removal in this deck. Way too much removal. That's annoying. That's annoying, and I hate that they have 3 Doomscars. That also is kind of annoying.
What happens when the spiders do what I demand?
Discard 1 card. We attack the Lulth. We kill both your, or one of your spiders. Could find though a Shadow's Verdict and then attack. That'd be pretty nice. Oh man. Well, they are down to 23 cards, which is pretty good. We get a little bit of a better idea too on what they're running. It just looks like a traditional Orzhov control your way to victory type of a deck here. All right, we'll take that. And then I think I'm gonna big score here. Man, I just don't think this card's gonna do it. Just don't think it's gonna do it for us. And then blow up.
In exchange for loyalty.
Blow up Loth. We might blow up Loth. We might draw some cards. We'll see. We'll see. We've got options here, which is a really good thing. Doomscar might be coming down here, and if it does... Oh, I still don't have a second white source. I just realized that. If that's the case, then we'll do this. All right. They should have drew a card, but they didn't, so we got a little bit of value out of that.
Nothing more.
Xander survives again, though. No Doomscar yet. They haven't found their second white source, which makes things very interesting. Let's draw a card. Shadow's Verdict is nice. Couple farewells out of the way. 11 cards left in the deck. They double block, which I kind of anticipated was going to happen. All right. And then let's just keep pinging them to death with the Tergrid's Lantern. I think that's totally fine. Kind of a very... this is a very awkward game. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. This is a very, very awkward game for me. Trying to figure out the ways to go about it, but it is tricky. Very, very tricky. I'm probably going to end up milling them out, though, to be honest. They're down to 10 cards left in their deck. Loth comes down, so if they draw cards, they're screwed. They don't want to drop their tenacious cards down yet, so they're just going to kind of get screwed on that. All right, we flash in Xander. We get another attack off with him. It would bring their, the cards down there 4 or 5. And then just got to survive from there, which we have Shadow's Verdict. We're going to have a lot of really good tools. They're drawing cards. Oh, boy. They're definitely going down to 4 now. They activate their Hive. Man, they are on one. I guess they're just trying to get us dead really fast, but whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, they're in a tough spot here. They're in a tough spot here. One card goes to the grave from their hand. There's a discard. And then we Shadow's Verdict the board. Oh, they had to give up a Legion Angel? That's tough. Oh, I can block here. I was like, where can I block? Didn't see the 1/1 there. Auto pay for that. Hit him again. Hit him again. They take it. They take it, huh? Let's attack here. I'm going to leave Loth. Ah, no, Loth is actually not. I should have Shadow's Verdict the board before I did that. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. I still should be able to win here, though. I do this. This pings them for, let's see, 3 life. This pings them for 4. Yeah, they're dead. They're dead. We'll pay 4 life. They are dead, bruv. GG's. No cards in hand. They're going to have to take the damage. Or they could sacrifice. Yeah, they could sacrifice, actually. Didn't think that one through. That's fine. All right. Forgot about them being able to sacrifice permanents. Totally fine, though. Down to 9. Hive gets through. We block the 4/4. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 damage. If they have a meat hook, I could be in trouble. They kill themselves with the Tenacious Underdog. That was, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm gonna be keeping it a buck for you there. That was an ugly game all around. I made the mistake of forgetting that they could sacrifice something with the Tergrid's lantern. I thought for sure they'd have to take that damage. I don't know why. I was thinking so much discard. I was so linear on the discarding. Them playing Tenacious Underdog there was pretty funny. They should have activated their Hive. If they swung it with their Hive, though, they would have been tapped out and I would have won the next turn. But either way, a little messy. GG. That'll conclude today's gameplay portion of the video. Thank you guys so much for sticking around this far into the video. I got to give you guys all a huge shout out and thank you. I do appreciate that support so much, because if you stay this long, it helps the YouTube algorithm, and I do get a little bit more push out to more people. So thank you so much for that support. I do appreciate it. With that being said, let's talk about the list a little bit. We've already kind of touched base on things we would change as far as like Fatal Grudge, right? So Fatal Grudge, we'll start there, I suppose. Fatal Grudge is a card that we didn't exactly get to see played at all, I don't think, in this video, because it was very selective. I was very selective on how I wanted to cast it. I wanted to cast it with Junji, because you cast it on Junji, they discard 2 cards, they sacrifice a creature, you get to draw a card. It's just so much value, and we could potentially steal something. Like, it's so good with Junji. But in this particular shell, didn't work out very well at all, because you don't really want to use it on Tergrid or these other creatures that you have here, because there's not a lot of really good value when your creatures die other than Xander, and Xander's not something you really want to give up as long as you're attacking in with it and whatnot. If it was instant speed, that'd be really good in this deck, because I could cast it for instant speed after a removal spell was cast. But ultimately, I don't think it belongs here. And Duress is another one of those cards where it's got its ups and downs. Some decks, you know, creature decks, it's kind of a dead card in your hand, so you might want to consider cutting this for something else as well. But we're really trying to synergize when I built this deck around Tergrid. Tergrid is really the key to this deck. It's what we worked around to try to build a deck around. It got a little weird when we started adding Reanimator into it. Kind of trying to do 2 things at once, which is totally fine. The deck turned out really nice, to be honest. If we cut these 2 cards here, we could even throw in some more value as far as a reanimation goes with some different creatures. The problem is not a lot of creatures offer a lot of ETB effects where they're making you sacrifice something, or I suppose we could make you discard with creatures that are smaller, but you're not going to want to, excuse me, my throat. You're not going to want to make your opponent discard, you know, or you're not going to want to reanimate cards that are, you know, like 1 drops, right? Or 2 drops, which are the cards I'm talking about here. Because there's cards that when they enter the battlefield, like let's say Expert, right? Expert will make you discard a card. You can then maybe steal something with Tergrid. So it does play pretty well with the, let's say we get that into the battlefield off a reanimation spell. You don't want to spend 5 mana to reanimate that. So you want the bigger spells, right? You want the bigger payoffs. So there weren't a lot of options when it came to synergizing those with Tergrid. So we went with spells that we could then hopefully take advantage of that matchup. I think though, if you're gonna do this, there's other ways you can do it, and pretty cool things you can do as well. In Jund. Jund offers a Riveteer's Charm. So if you want to go less discard, which could probably be the way to go if I'm being honest, because there's a lot more aggro or mid-range than there is control. So Riveteer's Charm can hit, you know, planeswalkers or creatures for sacrifice, which offers, you know, more of like a soul shatter situation for Tergrid. And then you would also be able to run, you know, soul shatter, and you get more value that way as well. But if you go that route, I'm just telling you, if you go that route, you are going to have to get rid of Xander, which is why I kind of built the deck all together. And if you cut Xander, you cut all these other, you know, blue spells over here. So you might want to get away altogether from Xander. You could try, I could try to make another Tergrid deck altogether and make it non-reanimator and just focus heavily on making our opponent sacrifice things. That could be another route we could take, and it might even be more powerful, to be honest, because we did get a little juicy with the jank here and making this a reanimation deck. But if you wanted to run this and be a little more competitive, I would suggest maybe trying it out in Jund and adding some more of those sacrifice mechanics. But ultimately, this is one of those decks that, you know, is a juicy little ice brew, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys mess around with it, you know, tinker with it a little bit, have some fun with it, and let me know. Just let me know what you guys think, and if you guys have any ideas on how to make it better, please, by all means, leave it down in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts on it. But I hope you enjoyed the deck. I hope it was fun content to watch. That's the main thing we try to entertain here. I hope you guys are entertained by today's video. And before I get out of here, it is Wednesday, so we will be live tonight on YouTube here live on this channel. So be on the lookout for that. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified. And before I hop out completely as well, if you guys don't mind, I want to give a shout out to the Marty Mob. The Marty Mob is the membership program here on the channel, and I want to give them a shout out at the end of every video to let them know how much I appreciate their support. I really do appreciate that so much. It goes such a long way, and just have to give my gratitude and thanks every single time. Let them know I appreciate them. And if you guys want to become part of the Marty Mob, you can do so by hitting that join button down below or the link in the description. But that will conclude today's video, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Till next time, peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man, man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't